Boynton Inlet can absolutely be one of the most dangerous inlets in South Florida, and today we are down here visiting it to show you exactly what I mean. This was the scene just a few minutes after we got to Boynton, and right here you can see there's a jet ski floating off, but more importantly, the jet ski rider himself is literally being sucked out of the inlet due to the dangerous current that runs through this inlet as the tides wind up shifting in and out here at Boynton.
If you can swim to the wall, man, it'll stop you.
So what he said to me was that somebody was coming to grab him now and that he was good, but it was at this point that I realized what was really happening here. Our guy on the red ski winds up jumping into action quickly, and we can't really hear him due to all the wind noise, but he really is taking control of the situation, telling this guy exactly what he needs to do, leading me to believe this is a rental situation. The yellow ski you see here was probably rented by the gentleman that we see in the water and wound up coming back into Boynton Inlet with a couple other skis that were from a rental group. Maybe it was some sort of dolphin watching tour, I'm not 100% sure, but as they were coming back in, they got caught up in the wash here and our guy in the yellow ski fell off. Fortunately, the guy on the red ski actually didn't witness him go down, but notice that he didn't make it in. Now right here, he's yelling at him and actually telling him to go ahead and make the leap over to the other ski. Now unfortunately, I can't quite get the audio of these guys off of the skis because I wasn't set up for this. This wasn't our typical day down here at the inlet with a camera, with a microphone, dead cat, all the proper equipment to actually film this happen. Literally just happened to be one of those fluke moments where you were down at the inlet and it happened to go down. But after yelling at him several times to try and jump back over to the yellow ski, the tour operator quickly realized that this guy was pretty much in over his head and went ahead and did a key swap and asked this guy to take the key off of his life jacket and wound up leaving the key to the red ski in it so they could actually just flip skis, because the other guy, for whatever reason, after he yelled at him about 5 times to jump over to it, just wouldn't do it. So instead, he decided to be the man, go ahead and do the jump, and here we can see they're coming back into the inlet. They take it a little more cautious this time. Where Boynton gets dangerous, we're going to show in a few different clips as we go here. Really, it's not the same as Haulover or even Boca, where you see these massive waves building up inside of the inlet. Where this one really gets dangerous is the fact that it's got a massive ripping current. As you can see, the water just flowing out, making it an awkward situation, a little more difficult than just driving straight into an inlet. But where it really gets bad is when we start getting multiple vessels coming through. So it's not typically just the inlet and the current itself, it's what you see here. We've got waves bouncing back off the walls. As you see, the Sea Ray has to slow down because all of a sudden he's dealing with the current backwash of the waves bouncing off the walls and coming back at him. And then even the most dangerous situations over here at Boynton Inlet are gonna be when we get multiple vessels going both ways. If I get multiple vessels in one shot going both ways, you're going to see the waves really start to stack up in this. Now here you see, without a lot going on, that boat's easily able to blast its way out. But you can see the smaller boat has to contend with the wake as it's coming back in, creating a little bit more work for somebody to have to go through the inlet versus just when it's just one single boat by itself. And then of course the third boat we see here is going to deal with both. And as you see, they wind up drastically having to slow down to make it safely through the inlet, making it very difficult here at Boynton for smaller vessels, especially when we get lots of bigger boats that are coming through. Like in the next clip, we'll show a yacht actually coming in, and it's probably one of the more dangerous ones altogether, and especially when we get these yachts that come flying into the inlet. Fortunately, this guy slows down a little bit, stays just enough on plane to not really toss a big wake, which is fortunate because if he wanted to and went plowing through here, you can see even at his slow speed how much this bigger boat still has to slow down for him, which is fortunate because when these big yachts come through here at slow speeds plowing, they create these monster waves and create absolute chaos here at the inlet, and smaller boats really do get into trouble pretty quickly. And actually, this is pretty common at most of the inlets that we actually see around here in South Florida. The most dangerous situations we typically catch are massive wakes from huge yachts contending with small boats on days when those small boats probably shouldn't have been out there to begin with. But thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please check out our other content. Every Sunday we do Boneheaded Boaters of the Week, and typically on Wednesdays we do Boating News of the Week. And also be sure to check out some of our other channels. We have the Miami Boat Ramps channel and the Boats vs. Haulover channel. But we'll catch you guys in the next one.